Disney World announced multiple significant projects that will cause some areas of the theme parks to close, and some will even close forever. My name is Darren from OrlandoParksGuide.com, and I'm sharing my list of 7 must-see Disney World attractions before they close. Number 7. Triceratops Spin is a fun, family-friendly attraction in Disney's Animal Kingdom Park, specifically in the DinoLand USA area. The ride features colorful, spinning dinosaur-themed vehicles that resemble Triceratops. Guests can control the height of their ride by raising or lowering the dinosaur's head, adding a bit of interactivity to the experience. The attraction is designed for younger guests, making it a great choice for families. As you spin around, you'll enjoy views of DinoLand and experience a playful atmosphere filled with dino-themed decor. Triceratops Spin is sometimes criticized for being an off-the-shelf ride and a little unremarkable for a Disney park, but kids think it's fun. And now that I've told you how good it is, I need to also tell you that the last day to ride Triceratops Spin will be January 12th, 2025, as Disney begins a phased closure of DinoLand USA. DinoLand will be transformed into a tropical Americas-themed land featuring attractions based on Encanto and Indiana Jones. I'm a huge fan of Indiana Jones, so I'm ready to say goodbye to DinoLand. Number 6. Just like Triceratops Spin, much of the Dinorama area of DinoLand USA will start to close beginning January 13th. If you've been to DinoLand USA, you will remember the carnival-style games here. They are called Fossil Fun Games, which never really impressed me. I get that this is supposed to be a cheap roadside carnival, but it comes across as cheap roadside carnival built by Disney. To me, DinoLand never really matched the beauty and authenticity of the rest of Animal Kingdom Park. The idea of a roadside carnival is funny, but I don't think most guests got that. It looked more like Disney ran out of money over here, and they never finished the park. But that's all going to change soon. Oh, and Chester and Hester's Dinosaur Treasures will also close. I actually like this gift shop, so I'm a little sorry to see it go. It's out of the way, so it's never crowded, and they have merch that can't be found in other areas of the park. Your last day to shop here is January 12th, 2025. Number 5. In my video on Disney's darkest rides, you know that I'm terrified of bugs, so I won't miss It's Tough to Be a Bug at Animal Kingdom. To me, it's one of the most frightening rides Disney has ever created, and I actually do not care for it. I mean, spiders drop from the ceiling, you're blasted with bug spray, and your seat comes alive as insects make their way across the theater. That being said, it really is a clever attraction with an amazing queue, offering up-close views of the Tree of Life, and even some hilarious moments like the Broadway show posters in the lobby, Beauty and the Bees. Now that's funny. While we don't have a closing date for It's Tough to Be a Bug, insiders tell me that it will likely close in the fall of 2025. The Tree of Life Theater will reopen with a Zootopia-themed show, likely around the same time Zootopia 2 hits theaters. But without any official news from Disney on a closing date, I would see It's Tough to Be a Bug one last time, sooner rather than later. Do you want more travel planning tips for Disney World? Then I think you need to subscribe to my channel right now. Go ahead, I'll wait. Number 4. There's one more Animal Kingdom closure, Dinosaur. While Disney hasn't shared an official closing date yet, we do know that it will not be part of the initial closures coming to DinoLand USA. So while Triceratops Spin and Dinorama close, Dinosaur will remain open at least for now. Indiana Jones will replace Dinosaur, which makes sense because Disneyland Resort in California and Tokyo Disneyland have copies of the Dinosaur ride track, but with an Indiana Jones overlay instead. However, insiders tell me that when Dinosaur is replaced with Indiana Jones, it will not be a copy of any previous version of the ride. In this new attraction, Indiana Jones stumbles upon a Maya temple, and of course he takes us inside to do some exploring. Apparently, there may be some kind of creature hidden deep inside, and of course, probably snakes too. Disney has shared that Tropical Americas will open sometime in 2027. If I had to guess, based on other attraction rethemes like Maelstrom and Tiana, I think Dinosaur will probably close for good in the spring or summer of 2025. Number 3. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad in Magic Kingdom won't be closing permanently, but it will go down for a lengthy refurbishment starting January 6, 2025, and lasting through 2026. This is going to be a long time. Insiders tell me that the closure will solve two problems. The first is that Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is long overdue for a major refurbishment, likely to include new ride vehicles, track, and scenery. Disney has said that when Big Thunder Mountain reopens in 2026, it will have new special effects. Big Thunder at Disneyland underwent a major refurbishment, and it really came out smooth, less jerky, and it felt much faster. The other reason Big Thunder is likely closing is to allow for construction to begin on the new Cars Land and Villains Land. And that brings me to number 2. The Walt Disney World Railroad closed for 4 years during the construction of Tron Light Cycle Run at Magic Kingdom, and it appears the trains will need to stop once again. Disney hasn't announced any closures for the railroad, but in construction permits filed, it appears the railroad track will pass through a staging area that will be used for the construction of Cars Land and Villains Land. While Disney hasn't said too much about the exact location of Cars Land and Villains Land, concept art suggests that the railroad tracks would have to be rerouted. It's my guess that the railroad will close at some point in 2025, so I would ride it while you can, just in case. Number 1. Disney confirmed that the new Cars Land will be built on top of Tom Sawyer Island and Rivers of America. Details are still vague on Villains Land, but according to concept art, it appears that it will incorporate at least some of Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island, with Cars Land taking the rest. I have to say that if it's anything like Cars Land at Disneyland Resort in California, I think this will be a huge improvement to Magic Kingdom. The scenery surrounding Cars Land is one of the most beautiful works of art in any Disney park, especially at night. Now, Disney has not confirmed a closing date for Tom Sawyer Island or the Liberty Bell Riverboat, but I would be very surprised if these attractions make it through 2025. And when they do close, it will be permanent. So now is the time to take a raft over to Tom Sawyer, explore the tunnels and windmill, and make your way out to Fort Langhorne. And you should ride the Liberty Bell Riverboat and check out the Rivers of America one last time. I expect the closing date will be announced soon. Now, at the top of the show, I mentioned that there are a few new attractions to look forward to in 2025. A few that I am most looking forward to are the Pirates of the Caribbean themed lounge. Remember, it wasn't that long ago that alcohol wasn't allowed at Magic Kingdom, so this will be a big change. Plus, a new lounge is coming to Spaceship Earth that will have amazing views of Epcot. And speaking of Epcot, the new test track should come out of refurbishment with a new theme, one that pays tribute to the original World of Motion attraction. Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run at Disney's Hollywood Studios will get a brand new Mandalorian adventure as well. There will be a new nighttime parade called Disney Starlight that will waltz down Main Street at Magic Kingdom, expected to open in summer of 2025. Disney hinted that this new parade is inspired by the Main Street Electrical Parade, love that one, and it will feature Disney characters from Peter Pan, Encanto, Frozen, and more. Which attraction are you going to miss the most? Which rides do you think need a major refurbishment or need to be replaced? I have one major ride that comes to mind. See it in the comments. I'll be following along. Earlier, I mentioned Cars Land at Disney's California Adventure Park in California, and I recently made a video on why fans of Disney World will love exploring Disneyland California. Is Disneyland better than Magic Kingdom? They still have Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, just saying. Come see that video now, and I'll see you over there.